as Best of the Best Network Marketing Industry Award by Multi-Level Marketing International Award. And she is also an editorial board for Networking Times. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Miss Donna Imson to be on stage. Thank you.
Good morning. Do you know why I know we're all entrepreneurs in this room today? Why? Because it's a Sunday morning, right? Who comes out dressed, okay, to attend a seminar on a Sunday morning, if not somebody who is hungry and really wanting to be successful? So who's hungry and wanting to be successful in this room today? Come on. Yes? All right. So how are you? Okay. Now, Gan, you know, network marketers are great followers. You agree? Okay. How are you? Great and? Yes. Okay. Let's do it again. How are you today? All right. Gan, did I make you happy now? Yes. Okay, good. We all made Gan happy today. Okay. I'm truly happy to be here. I'd like to thank MLM Topper for the invite. It's a pleasure to be speaking in front of you. 18 years ago, I made the decision to be a network marketer. I was a single parent with 3 small children with a passion about my role as a mother, and therefore did not really see joining the workforce as an option in providing for my children. And I saw network marketing really as the ability for me to not just provide for my children and you know, improve our lives, but really to leave a legacy to them and to people. And 18 years after, I am more of a believer than ever before, as I have seen how this profession has transformed lives all across the world. And so truly it's a privilege to be here and share with you. Network marketing really is not just an alternative anymore, but I believe that we are entering into a phase where we are coming into the renaissance period of network marketing. I was at the World Economic Forum, Summer Davos, a few months ago, and they were all talking about, you know, the phenomena in business, in entrepreneurship, okay? Where they were talking about how really nowadays the trend is social enterprise. Social enterprise is nothing else really but making a difference in the world while making a profit. And I told myself, before social enterprise even became a buzzword, network marketing, direct selling was already there. Because for all of the years that direct selling has been in existence, the key success factor of direct selling is that we're making a difference while making a profit, isn't it? And so we know already something that the traditional entrepreneurs out there are only now beginning to understand, this phenomenon of making a difference and making a profit, where the idea of making a profit first no longer exists, but truly that you engage customers, you engage clients and partners because you start off first with the premise that you're here to make a difference. And yes, it's good to make a profit while you're making a difference. And so that's why more than ever I'm a believer of network marketing. So today I'm going to talk about the power of e-networking. How many of you are currently a Facebook user? Okay. Okay, who is not a Facebook user? Not a Facebook user. See, we still have some hands. So not everybody. Okay, how many of you are on Twitter? Yeah? Okay, good. You can follow me on Twitter, Donna Imson. I've been on Twitter for about 3 years now. And social media has, of course, changed the way we do business. Today, I just want to talk about 2 things about technology. Because as you know, our Honorable Deputy Finance Minister already mentioned, technology is here to stay. And as entrepreneurs, the key really is how we tap into this technology and utilize technology to be able to enhance our business and build our business and take it to the next level. Technology is a fantastic enabler in our business. Nowhere else, okay, at no other time that I remember has business been as have we been able to do business in a better, more effective, more convenient way than today. 18 years ago, when I started network marketing, there was no such thing as social media. There was no such thing as computers. The computers before were really, the way they printed the receipts before were just those laser dot printers and all of those things, right? And I built my business by using two important tools two tools, a piece of paper and a pen, correct? And I built my business drawing circles on that piece of paper, okay, 18 years ago. Today, I'm building my business still with the pen and the paper. But now I've got technology enabling me, giving me access to more people. Are you there? So in terms of e-networking, the key really is understanding these tools that we now have and utilizing these tools for what they really were intended for. So let's first start off with the understanding that technology is a tool. It is not going to compensate for any lack or any deficiency we may have, because ultimately, again, as the Honorable Deputy Finance Minister mentioned earlier, it still is up to us. We can have all of the technology in the world. We can be on Facebook. We can be connected 24/7. We can, be an expert in social media. We can be sending 1,000 tweets a day. Are you there? But if ultimately we don't have what it takes to be an entrepreneur, it's also very easy to expose our deficiencies online. Does that make sense? In the same way that with technology, we're able to really put ourselves out there and expose ourselves to a greater audience. If we make a mistake, we also expose that mistake to a greater audience. So recognize it's a tool, and recognize that it's a tool that, if used properly, can truly enhance our business. So it's an enhancement, not a compensation. So at the end of the day, we succeed as an entrepreneur because of who we are. Now, just a few tips then on how to really be effective in e-networking. Based on my experience, when I got onto Facebook 3 years ago, I did it really as an experiment so that I could understand how people are using this as a tool. And I realized that the way to really do it is not to use Facebook or not to use social media or not to use technology to now just bombard your friends, or not to bombard the people you know or the people you don't know with all of this information about your product or your services. Ultimately, the way we build offline is also the way we should build online. Let me say that again. How we build offline, meaning the relationshiping that it takes, is also how we're going to succeed in building online. Now, the rule of thumb is people will join you because they know you, they like you, and they trust you. In the same manner, when you start to engage your friends or your contacts or your leads online, you will still need to go through the process and make an effort so that you are known, that you are liked, and that you're trusted. A recent article came out on Forbes magazine, and they were talking about how advertising is for losers. And that advertising is for companies that don't go social. Okay? So the way to go now more than ever that we're in the social age is really through word of mouth. It still really is a referral business, regardless of whether you're in network marketing, direct selling, or a traditional home business. It still ultimately rests on referral, and this is what this Forbes magazine article says. It also says there that if a person goes to an e-commerce site, or if a person goes to a website and is referred there by somebody that they know, they are more likely to make a purchase on that site by 3 to 5 times. Rather than if they just stumbled upon that site, okay, or they just picked up the URL somewhere, or they were just sent an email by somebody they didn't know and said, I made $2,500 on my first week, and here's the link, from a total stranger. They are more likely to transact if that referral was made by somebody that they knew, somebody that they liked, and somebody that they trusted. So online and offline, the name of the game is still the same. So build your business online as you would do it offline. Make yourself known. It's a fantastic tool. Facebook is a fantastic tool to make yourself known, to make yourself interesting to your leads. That's not the place to start announcing your product. That's not the place to start talking about, how fantastic your business plan is. That's not the place to be putting out that information. That's the place to make yourself known, liked, and trusted. Am I making sense? All right? So build online the way you're building offline, okay? And as you're building online, the key really is how you're adding value. Nowadays, with so many people out there offering products and services, the key is how to distinguish yourself and make yourself different. And the key differentiating factors now more than ever is how much value you're giving without having to ask for something in exchange. I was just talking to Sunny over here earlier, and he was talking about the value of giving, and I truly agree with him on that. More than ever, it's about adding value. If I have a lead, whether it's online or offline, the first question I ask myself is, how can I add value to you? Because if I add value to you, whether it be because you've got a question, you've got a problem, you've got a need, and I add value and I provide an answer and I provide the solution and I provide the service without pitching anything, would it be more likely that that person would want to engage with me because I've added value? Are you with me? So add value. And finally, when you're looking at technology as an enabler, realize that that you must value this tool. That you must, provide value and really value this tool for what it is. It truly is a great way for us to connect with people. It's a great way for us to converse with people. And ultimately, technology is a great way for us to be able to relate with people. Now, ultimately, business is all about relationships. True? I once, was in an event, a seminar, where they had Ted Turner and, Bill Gates there and so forth. And I remember that many years ago, but still it stuck to my mind. Ted Turner, the founder of CNN, said that how you are in your relationships will determine how you will be in business. Before you can even look at yourself and ask yourself how you can be a successful entrepreneur, whether online or offline, the question that you first need to ask yourself is, how am I with my relationships? Because the more successful we are with our relationships, the more successful we will be in business. Because ultimately, business is all about relationships. Can everybody say relationships? Relationships. We are in the relationship business, whether it's online or offline. Especially online, it becomes even more important. Because with online, we tend to forget that component with, dire consequences. Okay? So with that in mind, in terms of e-networking, really, let me just remind you that ultimately, e-networking all boils down to us. with all of this technology around, and like I said, it's great to have technology, it really still boils down to who we are. And I know that with all of the tools and the, and the ideas that are, floating all over the place, it's easy for us to say, oh, if this works for that person, maybe it will work for me, and we start copying without really thinking how it works. What I've learned is this, okay? I have learned to just be myself. It's easy to copy how people build their business online, but if you're not being yourself, again, people find out soon enough that you're not being yourself. I'm excited to, listen to Carol over here. She's going to be talking later about how she built her home business into an international business, okay, using eBay. But let me tell you, okay, whatever, how-tos she's going to share today, I would definitely say that it all started with Carol herself as an entrepreneur. Who she is, her value systems, her determination, her vision, and all of that, that still holds. That still applies. When you're going to hear later, from Effie, where's Effie? Effie over here from Indonesia. She's a lecturer, and she's going to talk about entrepreneurship and networking. It's still going to be the same thing, isn't it? It's still the person. Why? Because when you look at social media, it's still about social. So let's not, as we start today, and we've got an amazing program, we've got incredible speakers, there's going to be a fantastic forum, okay, that's going to be this afternoon. We already were, we were having a discussion earlier about that forum, and some questions and some discussion points were very interesting. I want to know what the answers to those questions are, Sunny. Okay, at the end of the day, okay, what's going to make you succeed as an entrepreneur is you. Let's not forget that. And what's going to make you succeed as an entrepreneur is you and your ability to build socially, to really create, establish those social skills, those people skills, so that you can engage people, so that you can connect with people, so that you can converse with people, so that you can add value to people, all with one goal in mind, so that you can get more people to know you, to like you, and to trust you. Thank you so much, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the day.